Hey guys, what's up? Vero here. So this is like the 20th take to record this video because people keep calling my cell phone and people keep whispering me and asking me to do things. And anyway, I should have a new headset tomorrow. I'm recording this video on Thursday. Hopefully this will actually be up on Thursday. I don't know, but I should have a new headset hopefully Friday or Saturday. A super awesome friend purchased me one via my Amazon wishlist, and I am so excited. So I thought I would do a UI video because that doesn't really involve me clicking my keyboard and making everyone go deaf. So we're just going to kind of go over the parts of my UI, and if you have any questions you can ask in the comments below. If you want me to show a setup of anything, you're more than welcome to ask as well. If there's anything that I didn't for some reason cover that you're curious about, feel free to ask. But the first things first is we're going to go over the add-on called Skinner, which is this black bar down here, black, gray, and then this one. If you are familiar with lore or Devil lore, or whatever you want to call him. Yes, he's the guy that works for Blizzard now. That's why I first heard about the Skinner add-on, and I freaking love it. So if you go to these frames, there's a top frame, middle frame, bottom frame, and I think you can add just frames all over the place. But basically how it works is it kind of, instead of using something like KG panels where you just cover up parts of your UI, this actually pushes your UI back, I guess, or up, or whatever, so that there's just this black bar here. So there's nothing underneath this. This is all of WoW, and then this is just a black bar, which is what I really like about it. And then you just have the show frame, and it makes it look less ugly. And then the middle frame, which I also have right there just for healing, but I really like this add-on. I've considered putting KG panels over it just to make it look a little bit prettier, but I haven't quite fixed that yet, so this is what I have. Sorry, I had hiccups. Okay, and then the next add-on is my Bartenders, which is this, and this down here. If you go under Bartender, you'll notice that I have everything fairly scaled down pretty small for the ones that are actually turned on, and then to make them look the way that they look, I use an add-on called Mask. And if you go under here, they're all, like this one is that one, which is the Dark Hex, and then everything else is Elegance Dark. I just like the way that it looked better in comparison. And then for my healing frames right here, this is an add-on called Voodoo or Voodoo or whatever you want to call it. I was an avid user of the default raid frames. I liked how they looked, I liked how they worked. The main thing I didn't like about them is they weren't as customizable as I wish they were, plus you couldn't put them in this frame if I tried. Maybe for 10 man, but not for 25 or for 40 man for like AV or something, which was really annoying. Plus, this add-on has the built-in clicking system already, so instead of having to click on that, I can just go like this, and ta-da, I heal myself. Which comes in handy, especially when you're raiding or even doing PvP, because I don't know who you're clicking on. But the main reason that I swapped was the default raid frames have this bug built into the system, I guess, where you could be in like a battleground or whatever, and you're healing your little butt off, and then all of a sudden someone drops group and you're in combat and you're trying to click on this person here, but you end up clicking on this person here, and it was this annoying bug that has not been fixed. From what I understand, Blizzard just says that it's the add-ons that you're using, it is not the add-ons you're using, it is the Blizzard system, because as soon as you go into combat, it locks it. However, when I use something like Voodoo or Grid or whatever, it resets itself when someone drops group, which is wonderful because then I can actually heal without having to /reload. And so something else that you might notice is all of this lovely text that's appearing every time I do this and every time I heal. This is mix scrolling combat text, so all my heals appear here, and then damage that I take will appear here. It comes in handy. I don't know, I like it so I can tell if I'm taking a lot of damage, which, I mean, I say that's pretty obvious, but you know, sometimes it's not. And then plus it has the text of cooldowns, which, you know, the UI itself has it built in, and I'm trying to get something to appear on the screen, but it is not cooperating right now. Are we gonna get it? See, now that I want it to appear, it's not going to appear. So I'm just going to keep doing this until it appears. Alright, so my player frame and then my target frame and then target F frame is an add-on called Pitbull. It is it just has like my buffs under here and then target buffs and stuff, and I just customized it to look like that and moved it down here instead of being up here. I like everything kind of in the center focus. And before it vanishes, this right here is a clear casting proc. I'm a horrible druid, and sometimes I wouldn't always use my clear casting proc, so I use an add-on called Weak Auras, which is amazing. You can see I have all these set up for characters. I use it for both my healing classes as well as my DPS classes. The add-on's a little confusing to set up in comparison to some other ones, but it's really not that bad. I personally like it, and it comes in handy for your cooldowns and things, and it's not like a really heavy add-on, so even if your computer might not be the best, like mine, it can still run it. And you can always find the import strings for everything else. People keep whispering me while I'm recording. This is why it takes me forever to record. So that's that. And then up here I have the add-on called Sexy Map, because I just don't like how the normal map looks. And I just like this one because it's green and it looks like a druid and it looks pretty. Up here is an add-on called Titan Panel. If I'm on a character that's actually leveling, I will use like the XP one and stuff. But generally I just have gold, durability, and then performance. And then sometimes I have my bag there, but I took that one off because it was kind of getting on my nerves. And then down here I have Pratt. I've been trying to use this add-on forever, because you can move it where you want to, and it's more customizable, and I like that about everything. You're going to notice that's probably the term I use a lot for things. And I have everything in groups, so I have a guild tab, I have a group tab, I have whispers, and the combat, and then general. Because it's just so much easier, because sometimes I'll be in the middle of something and people will whisper me and I don't have a chance to reply to them right away. So I keep everything in a tab so I can be like, okay, this person asked this, and reply as needed. And plus it also allows you to put this chat box up there instead of down at the bottom, which is something that I really hated about the other one. And people are fighting around me. And then another add-on that I use, which is actually not shown right now because I don't want it to be, I feel like there's like a rogue around me and I just don't know about it, is called Scada. I prefer this over Recount because Recount, I think during 5.3 when the patch dropped, was bugging out a lot. And also Scada tends to be more accurate, and I think it just looks better too. And I just like how it calculates everything more than Recount. So I have a healing frame and a damage frame. I only use this in PvE, I do not use this in PvP because it's not accurate in PvP, but it's nice to kind of see. I like to see both panels, plus I have so much space here, so why not? And that is pretty much, I think, everything on my UI. I'm going to show you some other characters so that you can see kind of other weak auras and kind of the other UIs that I have for them, although they're mostly the same. So let's take a look at my priest. Alright, so I'm currently on my disc priest, well, my other disc priest. Again, I have two. You can see the UI setup is pretty much the same. Voodoo's here, Pitbull's there, everything is pretty much in the exact same place. I also have Scada there when I'm actually recording things for damage. However, you'll notice right now I don't have anything there for that character, and the reason being is because I have my weak auras. Oh, and I forgot, this is quartz. I forgot to mention that. The add-on that shows this. And that is because I have all of my little doodads here, so when I am healing, and that's my clear casting proc for my meta gem. So when I'm healing, it shows all of my cooldowns here, so power infusion, not power infusion, Archangel is there. I think I have one for power infusion, yep. I should have one for the big giant, blah, 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 blah. And I put this, and I put the spirit shell, so that I can monitor it a little bit easier instead of having to look down here, and I can kind of see the timers on things, like, okay, I have 11 seconds or 10 seconds, and I can use Archangel again, let me DPS, you know, the boss, whatever. And I forgot to also mention this add-on, that shows this, is Tidy Plates. It shows all of the little buffs over their head. I forgot to show it on my druid, which I also use it on my druid. And the reason I really like it for a healing class is I can see certain things like fears. I don't know if it'll show it on them. Yeah, they're immune. But it'll show the fear timer up there. I like it on my druid because it shows my cyclone timer. So if I'm in an arena or a battleground and I cyclone someone, I can see, okay, they have 5 seconds left on that cyclone, and then I can prepare for the next cyclone. And then you might also notice I have this, which says combat log. It's called Loggerhead. I use that for board of logs for my guild, but everything else is pretty much the exact same except for all of this shiny cooldown stuff. I'm trying to think of what, I don't know what else I have a weak aura for. I might have one for that. No, I don't think I do because it's a long timer. But yeah, so that is basically my UI. I don't always have that turned on. I only really use it when I'm doing PvP or if I'm on a DPS class because I don't really need it as a healer. But that is my UI. If you have, again, any questions about any specific element, if you want to see a tutorial on a specific element, let me know and I can do that. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and soon I'll have more videos once I get my new headset because I don't really want to record that much when you can hear me keyboard slamming. But again, have a good day and good night.